50 Cent and Drake, they meet up in Canada. 50's gonna 50 as well, man. 50 was on stage, extremely petty.
Yep.
So
Yeah, man.
petty, bro.
Yeah, he thanked Canada
Hell yeah.
for just being with him and rocking with him, and and he even said it. Lou, what did he say? A couple of y'all.
Yeah, a couple of y'all kicked out Rick Ross.
Yeah, man.
Rick Ross is
pointed in the audience. A couple of y'all kicked Rick Ross.
Drake's definitely on the outs in his beef with Kendrick Lamar and getting a lot of heat from the hip-hop community. But not everyone's turned their back on him. 50 Cent just popped over to Toronto to hang out with Drake and dropped a hint that they're working on a secret project together. Even though 50 isn't from the West Coast, he's got ties there thanks to Dr. Dre. So now Kendrick's fans are accusing him of trolling Kendrick and betraying the culture. Fans noticed that 50 switched his usual NYC vibe for a West Coast one when meeting Drake, which has everyone wondering what message he's sending. Some fans think 50's just being his usual petty self, and that Drake might just be trolling Rick Ross with no real beef with Kendrick or the West Coast. But there's also this ongoing drama with Drake allegedly disrespecting the West Coast and Tupac. On the same day Drake met 50, he posted a pic of a new car that looked a lot like Tupac's ride. And the next day, he shared a selfie rocking a Tupac shirt. With 50 being loyal to Dre, fans are skeptical about his collab with Drake. Sure, it could be just business, but 50 doesn't really need Drake's help to succeed. He's doing just fine on his own. So is 50 making money moves and poking fun at Rick Ross, or is he throwing his support behind Drake and his West Coast drama? Let's break it down. While most of the rap scene seems to be backing Kendrick Lamar in his feud with Drake, 50 Cent isn't letting it get in the way of doing business with Drake. On Sunday, July 21st, 50 posted a pic on Instagram of himself and Drake hanging out the night before, and it blew up online. 50 captioned the photo of him and Drake. So there's also a video floating around online of 50 Cent and Drake having a great time over drinks. It looks like 50's trying to expand his business empire, and their new project could involve Drake's acting or production past, or maybe even a crossover with Top Boy. Plus, 50's involvement in the Drake-Kendrick drama might be more about shading his old rival Rick Ross. 50 even mocked Ross last month after he got jumped in Vancouver for playing a track called Not Like Us. But even if 50's just working with Drake to mess with Rick Ross, Kendrick's fans aren't having it. They're accusing 50 of disrespecting Kendrick and the whole West Coast, stirring things up on purpose. The feud between Drake and Kendrick isn't just about who's the better rapper. For years, Drake's been slammed with culture vulture accusations, and he made things worse by disrespecting West Coast legends like Tupac. With allegations swirling around Drake's OVO crew, fans are suggesting 50 might as well team up with Diddy next. Many fans are calling 50 a sellout, saying there's a thin line between being a smart businessman and having no principles about what you'll do for money. Plus, people are questioning how 50 Cent, who was discovered by Dr. Dre, doesn't mind getting cozy with someone who's constantly dissing the West Coast. This beef goes way beyond just Drake versus Kendrick. It's about frustration with Drake's perceived culture vulture behavior. Drake really turned up the heat when he bragged about being more loved in LA than Kendrick and used AI voices of Tupac and Snoop Dogg to diss Kendrick in a freestyle. After purchasing Tupac's iconic ring, Drake faced backlash from the West Coast. Tupac's family publicly condemned Drake for disrespecting Tupac's legacy, forcing him to remove the freestyle from his social media. They said Drake's use of Tupac's voice was a blatant violation and compounded the insult by using it against Kendrick, a friend of the estate. Drake didn't back down though. He continued to provoke the West Coast with his diss track, Family Matters, where he raps about YG, who's from Compton and rolls with Kendrick's crew. YG had already told Drake to stay out of the beef, and he showed his support for Kendrick by rocking the stage with him and dancing during Kendrick's performance of Not Like Us at a show in Englewood.